We go. Got the recording started. Well, welcome everybody back to the White Sands Self-Care Community. I am your host, Laura Cross, and I have an amazing young gentleman with me, Sam Mitchell. He is a high-functioning human being on the autism spectrum, and he is on a mission to show people that he is not broken, there's nothing wrong with him, and there is no normal in this world. And I couldn't agree more. He's very successful. He's a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, a writer, a blogger, and the podcast host of Autism Rocks and Rolls. So, Sam, thank you very much for being with us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me on for a few minutes.
Oh, absolutely. So tell me, what does having autism mean to you?
So having autism means it's a different way of thinking, and I just see a new perception of life. I just think a little more outside the box than other people.
Which is a good thing. I think too many of us stay in a box. So did your life make sense after getting the diagnosis? Sorry.
Yes, it made a lot more sense. I felt a sense of relief because I understood why I'm doing these behaviors. There's a medical condition behind it. It's not just me being an odd duck.
Right. And you've accomplished so much. So what advice would you give to others with, like ADHD or autism? And maybe can you share with them some of the challenges you went through?
Yeah, my advice would be never give up because there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. And if you start late and you find something later in your life than expected, it's still better than nothing. And some of the challenges I've had to overcome, where always have had social anxiety. I've struggled socially, still to this day I do. I would also say that I do a lot of anticipatory anxiety. I overanalyze a lot. I have sensory issues, so I don't like my clothes wet. That's my biggest one. But for others, it could be taste or texture. I would also say that some of my biggest kickers, I have ADHD, so I move around a lot, and I can't sit still for the life of me. I'm surprised I'm sitting still right now.
You're doing very well. So, I have to say, you have an amazing podcast, Autism Rocks and Rolls. So how does all that work? Because I know you've had some really amazing guests from NASCAR racers to WWE superstars. I mean,
so it started to join my high school's media club, and I fell in love with it so much that I began to start my own podcast. And that was when Autism Rocks and Rolls was born.
Awesome. So what are your goals? What are your main goals to do with the besides what do you have planned? Because I know you have a lot, you have a very big mission in mind. So how do you see that playing out in the future here?
So I could see it going in many ways. I mean, it's gonna be a full-time job because right now it's a part-time job due to me being in college. I'm a proud trailblazer at Vincennes University. I would say it could go into just being a full part-time hobby, which it is currently, or it could be just a sideline. I actually have another job. I thought about working for Monster Jam out of everything, or the commentating for the WWE universe.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, I've had him on. I got to meet him too. It's the best part. Mick Foley.
Nick Foley? Yeah, I have his book. I used to follow wrestling myself. So yeah, that is amazing. So what is your biggest share? What do you want people to know the most about it, about autism, about what you're doing?
That people on the spectrum are not broken and do not need to be fixed. We are fine with who we are. And if you want to get to know us, we'll always take friends.
Awesome. What is the best way, Sam, for people to connect with you or follow you?
You can find me on info@autismrocksandrolls.com. That's my email, or my website, which is how you can find me autismrocksandrolls.com. But I'm on your favorite media platform. If you Google me, something will pop up.
That is awesome, and that is quite an accomplishment. What are you going to school for now? Then, since you said you're in college, what are you going to school for now?
Broadcasting, darling.
There you go. Fits right with the podcasting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I think you're doing amazing, and I love your platform and what you do, and I want to thank you for being able to take the time and share that with us today.
Not a problem, buddy. Thank you for letting me come on.
Oh, absolutely. And let us know, I mean, if there's anything you can do, or if there's anything else you would like to share with people before we go. I know you're busy, but
Yeah, I've had a TED Talk, but it's called Soul Structure about why autism people need structure.
Mhm.
It's definitely a good talk. It had to be virtual due to COVID, but it's still published as one.
And they can find that on TED Talks.
There or the website too.
Okay.
So it's on the homepage. Not hard to find.
Okay. That is fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
Not a problemo.
Okay. You take care, and we will talk to you again soon.
I need a, okay, yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.